I'm back! It's been a while since I've done a video for you guys. And frankly, I've been busy. I coach basketball. It's been busy. And I apologize, but I am back. And so I'm going to show you how I built the door on this fish cabinet right here, or everywhere. Wherever you see it. I'm going to show you how I built this door on this fish cabinet. And what I did is I wanted a carving into that door. And I'm not very artistic, but I wanted it to be the cross that you see there with the corals inside. All right, so I decided I'm going to take it on myself and figure it out. Then I stumbled across the Sketch Carving Toolpath in Vectric 12. Oh man, what an amazing tool. I've used it a lot. I'm just going to tell you for a bunch of projects. But I have this one recorded, so I'm going to show you how I did it. And this is from last summer. So if it looks like there's green leaves through the windows, just know it's because it's summer. But the cool thing is you can take an image from AI, and there are tons of tools to make AI pictures. But you can take an image from AI, plug it into Vectric, and it will just carve out that image by using the Sketch Carving Toolpath. It is crazy cool. So let's get into that. Okay, right now we're in Canva, and I love Canva. You don't have to have Canva to do this. I just have a subscription to it already. My wife uses it. I use it. We have a lot of things going on where we need it. And so it has AI in it. So I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. All right. So I go to Canva and I'm going to go to new project. I'm right here. I'm just using the presentation. So you click on that. So I have everything set up, pre-set up and ready so we don't waste our time here. So I resized it to be a vertical presentation. And what we're going to do is we're going to go right down here to Magic Media. Click on that. And right here in this box, you can type in exactly what you want. So I typed in Christian cross with reef corals inside and clip art, simple black lines. And you might have to do a few things, do some tweaking with this. It does give you some suggestions to give you kind of what you want, but you can do this as many times as you need to, at least in Canva. I'm sure other websites have their options too. But we're just going to go ahead and hit enter, and we're going to see what happens. It might take it too long. It's taking a long time right now. So I'm going to show you what I have done already. I already did it. I'm ahead of the game. This is the image it gave me. I have this. It gave me two. I picked this one, or one similar to it. I don't know that I have the original one anymore, but this is very similar to the original one. And from here, I liked this image, and I didn't do anything to it. I mean, if you need to, you can adjust it. So you can click on the image, and you can go to transparency. You can make it lighter or darker if you need to. Then you can edit it any way you want. Adjust, which is right here, and you can adjust all the shadows and brightness and everything if you need to. Whatever you need to make this a bold picture, you can do. All right, from there, you're going to go to share, and you're going to go to download, and I only want page 1. And I'm going to save it as a PNG, a little more detail, and I just like saving things as PNGs. You can save it with a transparent background, which I'm going to do here. And I am just going to hit download. And I will meet you in Vectric with the image. Okay, here we are in Vectric. So let's quickly make the door. We're going to go right to create a new file. Hit that puppy. I already have the parameters set in for the door. It was 30 inches by 15. And the thickness of the door was 3/4 inch. Top of the material, and I'm going to start everything in the center here and hit OK. You know what, for modeling, we'll leave it at very high, and we're going to hit all right. And I just want to see toolpaths, quality to maximum. We're good. All right, so the first thing we're going to do with the door, I want a trim around the outside of the door, and I want that to be, I'm going to put 2 inches on here. So I'm going to create a square. And we are going to do it the same size. Well, if we are 30 and we want to take 2 inches on each side, it's going to be 26 inches. Oops, Yep, we want it to be 26 inches. And then from width, we know that it was 15 inches minus 4 is 11. So we're going to hit create. Now you notice it's off center. So I'm going to hit the button there. And if you hit F9 while this is highlighted, it'll put it right in the center. All right, so that is the stiles and rails. If you know anything about doors, it's the stiles and rails, just carving it into the wood. All right, so first thing, then from there, I want to go over here and I want to carve all of this out. So it's going to be, to do that, we need to do a pocket toolpath. So I'm going to click on pocket toolpath. Our start depth is going to be 0, and I only want it to go, I don't know, let's just do 0.1, let's just do 0.18 inches deep. And I don't want to use this. Let's remove all of these. These are from a previous project. And we're going to select a tool that we want to use. And for carving out big chunks like this, I mean, any kind of 1/4 inch will be fine. We'll end up sanding the inside down. We are just going to go to use a 1/4 inch end mill. I have a bunch of different ones. I'm just going to select this one. It doesn't matter. It's any 1/4. I'm going to use an upcut just to pull all this sawdust out. And I'm going to edit the speeds. I can feed a lot faster than that. We're going to go ahead and go 125. I mean, use what's good for your machine. As you get more experience, you'll definitely know how much you can cut or not cut. So we're going to go ahead and do 125. Won't be the fastest. Don't need 1800, but that won't matter. Step over, we'll go ahead and use 40%. I'm fine with that. Let's get this thing cut. I'm going to sand a little bit anyway. Past depth, about half the bit of amount of the bit. That's fine too. You know what, just to save time, I really only need it to be the 0.125. It doesn't have to be real deep. I just want it to have the look of a door. All right, and we are going to do it. I'm going to do it as a raster. I'm going to have it go with the grain of the wood, just because it makes it easier if I'm going to sand this. It's just going to look nicer. It might take a little longer. I don't care. And we always ramp in, and I usually do about twice the distance of the bit, so 0.5. I don't need a pocket allowance. I'm not worried about it. And we're just going to go ahead and call this door pocket. And I'm going to hit right down here, I'm going to hit calculate. And it's going to think about it. And there we go. It's showing how it's going to do it. And we can go ahead and hit preview all toolpaths. It should go ahead and just rip that right apart. And there it is. There's the inlay on the door. Now that we have the door pocket cut out here, what we want to do is we want to go to this button right here. And this says import a bitmap or vectors from a file into current location. So I'm going to go ahead and load up the image of the cross. I actually found the original image that I did, so I'm just going to pull that in just so it matches throughout. Okay, so here is the downloaded image, and as you can see, it is kind of the wrong way. My door runs this way, on the cabinet it runs this way. So, but on my machine it's laid out to 90 degrees. So we need to rotate this 90 degrees. A couple different ways to do it. The easiest way to remember is to go to this button right here. And if we show it, it says rotate selected object. The cross is selected. We're going to rotate it and we're going to put in 90 degrees right here and hit apply. Bang, rotated. The next thing, this cross is a little smaller than I want it to be. I got my image selected. I'm going to click on it, I'm going to double click on it so I get all the points. I'm going to grab this point right here, and I'm going to hold down the shift button. And as I hold down the shift button, it keeps it in position, but it does scale it up. And I think that's probably good enough right there. I'm going to use the arrow key just to slide it a little bit to the left. All right. I think that's a good position for it. I'm going to leave it right there. Next step, we got to go over, we're going to click here, and we're going to go over to the toolpath side. Here we are, and this, my friends, is the magic button. It is the Sketch Carving Toolpath button. That is what we want. So hopefully my head's not in the way. I'm going to go ahead and move myself over here. I believe it's that button. There we go. That moved me over. All right, so we're going to go ahead and use this button. We click on it. We want to use this bitmap right here is what we want to use. And my start depth, I got to start where we ended this cut, which I believe was 0.125. And a flat depth, I don't know. I really don't. I'm going to add a flat depth. I do not want, no, we'll leave it. I think we'll leave it. You don't have to use it. You can use it. I don't think we're going to have any deep enough cuts that it's going to go through the piece. So we'll leave it there. And I'm just going to use a 60-degree V-bit. You can see right here, it's already set for a 60-degree. All right, next thing, we're going to use the bitmap boundary for this. We're not going to change anything there. I don't need an offset. But this right here, this is the tracking or tracing parameters. If I move this down, you'll see that those lines will get very thin. It's only going to carve where the green is, right? We can slide this way and they'll get thicker and it's going to carve more. I don't want it that much. The thicker those lines are, the deeper your cut's going to be. I just want it to cut some of it and I just want it to look nice. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's kind of a rustic looking cabinet. It's not really rustic, but it's going to be painted, so I'm not too worried about it. So I'm going to leave it right about here. I think that looks good. And we can always change it. And I'm going to go ahead and leave it sketch carving 1, and I'm going to hit calculate. And there is what it's going to look like. It's going to look like some coral. I got to tell you, I'm not real happy with it. I think I'm going to make it a little bit deeper. So all we have to do is go right back into this sketch carving, just double click on it. And we go up here and we're going to go back to the 2D view. And let's hit close. Sometimes this, you got to untap this to get rid of the toolpaths that you see. Just get rid of it. Right there. Now we're going to double click on the carving and now we can make it a little thicker. Let's move it up to like 25. Doesn't look like it got much thicker. Let's go up to like 30. That looks a little thicker. I saw him move a little bit. Looks a little nicer. Let's hit calculate here. There. That looks much nicer. I like that look. All right. So we are going to go ahead and do preview all toolpaths. Let's clear all. Let's reset. We're going to start over. Reset preview, preview all toolpaths. So it'll cut out the little pocket first. Once it gets through that, it will sketch the cross. And there we go. To me, I think that looks great. You know what we'll do? Let's give this a little color. If you want to give this a little color, just make sure it's highlighted. And you can come right up here to toolpath color, drop it down, make it whatever color you want. I made mine red. That looks cool. So that is exactly what that carving is going to look like after it gets done. I love it. I think it's great. It's not too deep. Looks beautiful. So we are going to go ahead and carve that out. You can see the little pocket for the door and that in there. So I'm going to show you, well, let's go back here because I know there's one thing that everybody always wants to see. How long does it take to carve all this? It's not going to be fast. So if you go right here, and you can see it has a little clock on it. It says summary of all toolpaths, including estimated times. It's not perfect on my machine. The pocket is what's going to take the longest. That's going to take like an hour. It's a big door. 30 inches is a long run. I'm sure I could make it run a lot faster. I just didn't want to put any big numbers in there for somebody that has a machine that can't cut that fast. I don't want you breaking your machine. So I played it really conservative. And then the sketch carving is 25 minutes. That's pretty good. I don't even know that this is the right scale for my Onefinity either. I might be a little bit off on that. It might be quite a bit faster than this yet. But this gives you an idea of what it looks like when I do it. When you do it, it'll probably be about the same. You can just tweak with your feeds and speeds if you need it to go a little faster, if your machine and bits can handle it. Most bits can handle it. There are also other bit options you can use, like the hog bit. Not sponsored by IDC Woodcraft in any way, just love the hog bit. And they also have the Beast, and then they have, I don't know, they have a 1/8 inch one. I don't know what that's called, but it's on their site. So I'll leave a link down below. You can check them out. I love their bits. They're good bits. I don't exclusively use them, but I like them. So, and you get to support somebody that is in the business showing you how to do things. He has a great channel that shows you how to do similar things to this. It'll show you how to use your CNC machine. So support him when you can. I love Garrett. All right, so onwards. We have it all set here. If you ever want to recenter, you can just double click on top or bottom, whatever you want. You can just double click on it, goes right through it. So now we're going to want to save things. Now I like to run my machine from this lower corner right here when I measure. So let's go ahead and set these things up. Before you save, make sure you're saving where you want. I want to go, I'm right here. This is where I want my machine to start. I want it to start on the material surface. There's no gaps. I'm not worried about the Z gap or anything. We're just going to go ahead and hit. Oh, and if you haven't set it before, just make sure you have a safe gap for when your machine is speed running across your surface. You don't want it to run into things. I've broken a few bits with that. So make sure that's set to a nice height. And we're going to hit OK. And it's going to say it wants to recalculate. And we're going to go ahead and hit yes. And it's recalculating everything and it's successful. Awesome. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to here to save toolpath. And I'm going to do each one as multiple files because that's just the way it's set up for me. And we do save toolpath. I'm going to save it. I put it on a little SD card or a little thumb drive and take it to the Onefinity to cut. So now I'm going to show you, I'm going to take you to the garage. I'm going to show you a quick build of this. I'll do the door first, and then I'll show you the rest of the cabinet, how I built it in case you want to build one too. Just real general, quick, easy build of it. I'll do this as fast as I can, but I'll show you the door. And basically what I did is I cut out the pocket, I painted the door, then I laid down some Oramask. I'll put down Oramask after I paint it, just to seal it up. Then I run the carve through the Oramask because I want to paint the carve black. So I will put that down, then I will paint black, and then I peel off all the Oramask, and voila, the door. So I'll show you that, and then if you don't want to stay for the rest of the build, which will only take a few seconds, maybe a minute or two, to see the rest of the build, you don't have to, but hey, who doesn't want to see a finished project? And if you watch the video to the end, it helps the algorithm or something in YouTube. Watch the whole video. Do me a favor. Oh, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe if you've learned something here so that other people can learn too. And again, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for waiting for me because I was not here for like the past year, but we're back. So making more videos and I have plenty of footage, so they should be coming out quickly. All right. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one. Let's get to the garage.